Hey everyone, welcome back to Roblox Jordan. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most unexpected rises and falls in Roblox history, Dead Rails. A game that once felt like the future of Roblox survival experiences, but now, it's struggling to keep players, struggling to keep relevance, and slowly falling into the category of forgotten Roblox titles. Let's dive into how it all started, why players loved it, and what exactly went wrong. When Dead Rails first appeared, it immediately captured attention. The concept was fresh, unique, and exciting. Imagine combining the eerie feeling of riding an endless train with survival mechanics, zombies, and exploration. It wasn't just another tycoon or simulator or copy-paste experience. It was something that felt cinematic, something that had the potential to become a true Roblox classic. The early days were electric. Players logged in by the tens of thousands, then the hundreds of thousands. The game trended on Roblox's front page, videos of it went viral, and suddenly everyone was talking about Dead Rails. You'd see people streaming it, YouTubers reviewing it, TikTok showcasing insane moments of survival on the train. It had hype, it had an audience, and it had momentum. But here's the thing with Roblox. Momentum is fragile. If you can't sustain it with consistent updates and polished content, the fall can be just as fast as the rise. And that's exactly what happened with Dead Rails. One of the first cracks in the foundation was the update cycle. After the huge launch wave, players expected regular content drops, new maps, new train routes, new enemy types, maybe even new storylines. Instead, updates came slowly, and when they arrived, they often didn't feel substantial enough. Many players would log back in, try the new content for maybe a day or two, and then leave again. Without something to truly keep them hooked, the game started bleeding players. Another huge factor was bugs and technical issues. Now, every Roblox game has bugs. That's normal. But in Dead Rails, the bugs often broke the core gameplay loop. Zombies would get stuck walking into walls, trains would glitch off the tracks, or the game would crash mid-run. And when your game is based around tension and survival, these bugs don't just annoy, they destroy the experience. Imagine surviving for 40 minutes, only for a glitch to kill you, or for the game to shut down. That frustration spread through the community like wildfire, and players started losing patience. Then came the issue of expectations versus reality. The hype for Dead Rails made people believe this would be the next big long-lasting Roblox hit, like Adopt Me, Blox Fruits, or Brookhaven. But in reality, Dead Rails wasn't built with the same long-term systems. There wasn't much progression. You could play, sure, but after a while, the gameplay loop felt repetitive. Get on the train, fight zombies, survive, repeat. Without layers of depth or progression systems, players got bored quickly. And when people get bored, they start comparing. On Roblox, competition is fierce. New games are dropping every day, and many of them bring more polish, more content, and more replay value. Compared to its rivals, Dead Rails began to feel flat, like it was already outdated, even though it was still relatively new. The community started voicing these complaints loudly, on Reddit, on YouTube, on Discord servers. Words like mediocre graphics, unfinished design, and wasted potential started appearing. And when a community turns from hype to criticism, it's really hard to bounce back. To put things in perspective, Dead Rails went from peak numbers in the hundreds of thousands down to a tiny fraction of that. Some reports show a loss of 90% of its player base. Others argue it's even worse. Either way, that's a collapse most games never recover from. Now, to be fair, Dead Rails isn't completely dead. It still has a small loyal player base, people who genuinely enjoy the vibe and the uniqueness of the game. And the developers do have an opportunity to turn things around. If they focus on fixing the bugs, reworking the gameplay loop to add more depth, and delivering updates that actually shake up the experience, there's still hope. Roblox history has shown us that some games do bounce back after a downfall, but it takes time, effort, and listening to the players. So what's the lesson here? For developers, it's simple. Hype is powerful, but it's also dangerous. If your game blows up overnight, you need to be prepared to deliver at a high level consistently. If you can't, that same hype can turn against you, and fans will move on to the next big thing without hesitation. For players, it's a reminder of how quickly Roblox trends can change. Today's #1 game can become tomorrow's ghost town. Dead Rails will always be remembered for its moment in the spotlight. the train rides, the zombie chaos, the atmosphere. But unless things change fast, it'll also be remembered as another example of how fast things can crumble in the Roblox world. Thanks for tuning in. I want to hear from you. Did you play Dead Rails? Were you one of the players who loved it at the start but left later on? Or are you still sticking with it today? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And as always, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Roblox Jordan, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss future breakdowns downs and deep dives into the Roblox universe. This has been the story of Dead Rails, the rise, the hype, and the downfall. I'll see you all in the next one.